So this is a puffball fungus. Puffballs spread, as I'll show you in a second, by drying out the inside, and when it does, whenever anything strikes it or whatever, they'll pop, and all the smoke comes out. The smoke being the spores, then hopefully land on a good fertile spot and are able to grow. Puffballs, believe it or not, before they get to this stage, are actually edible. If you were to slice it apart and it hasn't turned powdery yet, it's still nice and white inside, then it's an edible fungi. Lots of different kinds of puffballs, including the giant ones, which can be, over a foot long and weigh over a pound. This is just a much smaller version, and again, you're really only seeing the fruiting body. In mushrooms, of course, what you don't miss 92% of the time is the stuff that's below the ground, interacting and so forth with the roots and decaying vegetation. So anyway, puffball fungus. By the way, when I was young, we used to play games with these things, and me and my misspent youth with my brother, we'd actually shoot pellet guns, and we would love to take the BB gun and hit these things because they would explode in a big puff of smoke. Well, big for a little kid, a 12-year-old. But anyways, a lot of fun with these things. So I find them neat to find. Now, having said that, there are known cases of respiring this and breathing in the spores and them causing some damage, of course, to your lungs themselves. As anything, if you smoke anything that gets trapped in there and so forth, could happen, but just as a cautionary note. Now, having said all of that, let me just see if this works. I saw it puff because an acorn fell on it before. That's how I found it. So I hope there's still some spores left, but we'll see. I'm going to flick it. Let's see what happens. Ready? And thus is why it's called a puffball. Puffball fungus, spreading its spores wide and all to just further reproduce and so forth. Puffball fungus.